Hey, what's going on, everybody? I got a 2007. This is the Infinity G35 body module control. I had some issues with some water intrusion on the opposite side of the chip here, and it's having problems. I tested it out a little while ago, and I just wanted to kind of put this video out here. I got the CAN lines of the ignition switch and then the battery power. So I'm going to flip this on and I'll show you what the amperage and voltage is. Let me turn it over here to the camera. So 0.16 of an amp, but you see the CAN data line on my screen over there, which it looks absolutely horrible. Give me 1 second. Let me turn off. It don't really matter. But anyway, I'm gonna show you, and of course the relevance of art. It decided it did not need to work right. There we go. Okay, now that I have everything on, now you can see the thermal. You see the chip is actually warming up to okay temperature. This one up here, this one's getting a little bit hot than what I want. So I don't know what's over the dog. But let me turn this off real quick. So the chip that's actually getting hot right now is the TLE 4269GL chip. So we're gonna see what's going on there. I don't have any other problems on the opposite side of the board. I had to fix a little area down in here, but I'm not really seeing anything that's heating up to the point where I need to take care. I got one little spot right there, but that looks like a diode array possibly, but we'll zoom into that in here in just a minute and we'll find out what's going on. Got a little warm spot right there on this chip here. So we'll find out because this going to all the inputs and outputs and stuff. I want to make sure that anything that's controlling these relays, because once you switch on the relay, that's what this is for right here. So I want to test some things out, see what's going on, why the CAN bus on this thing is actually going real crazy. It's not doing like it's supposed to, and we'll get back to it and show you what's up. Give me just 1 minute and I'll get everything hooked up and we'll see what's going on with this thing. I'm just gonna move everything over to the side here. It's still powered up. Everything's on right now, so you can see the CAN bus data over there looks absolutely terrible. So let's find out what's going on with this thing. Let me focus the thermal camera a little bit. You can see this chip's actually getting pretty warm right here. One down here is not too bad. So let's see if we can find out what's going on. I gotta turn on my oscilloscope. And I'm gonna probe around. I'm gonna get a ground line first under this probe so I can actually see what's going on. Let's do this. Let's go out here. There we go. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's test some of these chips. Okay, yes. Then should we run up to average of 1.55 volts. That's anything random. That's full voltage there. Where's that going to? It's bouncing around here. Let's see what's going on here. Let me zoom out. It kind of looks like a false signal, but can't really tell. Let's keep trying here to the work. What is that voltage up to? 5 volts. Okay. 5 volts. This one must be a 12 volt. Let's see. Yeah, 13.3, so that's my battery voltage, the second pin there. So, yeah, let's keep testing here. It's like I got a ladder in now. Your pulse signal there. Let's go over here. Let's check. Let's see if these data lines. Okay, so I got some data there. I got some data there. Let's zoom out and see what it looks like there. That's the data line, or is that? Check out, please. I got it set up on 5 volt right now. That's not the voltage. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, I see something. Let's see if I ground out. Yeah, I wonder why I'm getting a very obscured OBD2 data reading here. Testing here. Sorry, it's time for my son's medicine. I'm gonna have to go in and get this for him real quick and then come back out. Test this in there, test this in there. Okay, getting something on this one. Zoom out here. Okay, looks like a lot of noise. Let's turn the, there we go. Let's take it. And 20 on resistor off. Let's see what's up. Yeah, it don't look good. Let's go on this side of the line. See, it don't look no better. It kind of looks exactly like what's on the screen over there. So let's just keep testing. So I got some data right there, but I really don't have nothing there. So, oh, let me test this chip right here. Maybe this transistor is over right here because that's what it's looking up to. I'm not 100% sure. It's giving my data line some issues. Oops. All this stuff out. So if I go on this side of the line, so Some pulses there, but it's square wave pulse, but I'm nothing on that end. So I'm wondering if this transistor right here is failing out. Let's get it ready down here. Twist around, so that thing goes around, that thing goes around. Twist around a little bit. Something is up in between this point and that point. This point and that point. That looks pretty good. So I think this little tiny resistor right here, it could be just an inductor. That thing's failed, so it's making the signal go all wonky. So let's go ahead and get that changed out real quick, and then see if that is our problem, and let this cool off a little bit. Let's see. I think the temperature got pretty warm on that one chip. Let's see what it got up to here. I'm looking at this chip right here. Zoom into it here. Now, the hottest part is up here on the relays. Let me see if I can go down so you can see what the temperature is there. Or maybe just zoom in. Still kind of getting me the overall, so let's zoom out. But you can ignore this part. That's just a reflection of the IR camera. Let's see, it will go pretty quick on that chip. So, all right, getting a lot of heat under that relay right there. Get this inrush current limiter, like a little PGC type. All right, let's go ahead and get the camera back out. Let's get that piece changed out real quick and get everything put back up, and then test her out, see what we find out here. See if we can get this thing back to working again. Okay, I'm back. So we're actually going to check this out now. I'll fix the part that's on there. We're going to see if they have any significant differences here. So it's probably still a little warm from soldering and stuff. Sorry if the dog's barking. I'll turn this off here. All right, so let's see if we got CAN data now. Switch her on. Hey, we know we got good CAN data. All right, let's find out if we can actually communicate to it or not. And let's get the scan tool out. So I'm gonna see if I can get a little wide angle here and bring out here. They can actually see the data as well as the thermal. I can get them all in both in one shot. And I see the CAN chip's actually talking a lot more now. It's warming up more than what it was before. So let's go here and let's get the scan tool get going. See if I can get up here quick. Oh, it lost signal for what was that? That was thermal camera. Thermal camera lost signal there. It'll probably come back in just a minute. Let's give it a second. Yeah, there it goes. Get back. Is it on? Yep, it's on. Okay. Just want to make sure. All right, it's talking. Ooh, okay. Oh, there went my thermal camera again. Once the oscilloscope. Oh, there we go. Can data. Let's see. There's the other view. Go to my scan tool real quick. Auto detect. I don't know, my thermal camera keeps kicking out. Maybe it's just my connection, or maybe some more notes or something. All right, it's trying to fix it. I might manually have to put it in to see what's going on. Right now, I got it set up where we'll kind of just auto detect. So we're gonna see if it's gonna auto detect anything. If not, we're gonna put in the information that the customer gave me as far as like the VIN number and stuff, and then we'll go from there. Get the information from that customer. Stored here. It's a 2007 Infinity G35. So let's go ahead and put the VIN number that I have for it. And phone. So this I'm starting a new thing now where people have to submit to my website if they're getting repairs on stuff. So let's see. Gotta find it in my messages. I got so many different ECUs and stuff to work on right now, so it's a little crazy. I'm trying to organize everything. I'm trying to get my website so that organizes everything so it's not on my phone. Everything is on the computer, it's ready to go. If I need to click and copy a VIN number, I can. I can put it onto my software. But once it's on the phone, it's kind of hard because I got to go back and look and see, find the message. It's just it could be hectic at times. Okay, so there we go. And let's do it again. Eddie, it's just be somewhere. Sorry, you're not actually able to see this, so I'm gonna. So it's pulling up a Infinity G35 Sedan V36 2007 under the VIN. It is a four-door. I'll scan, let it scan everything, and we'll go from there. All right, it detected the BCM on the scan tool, so that's a good sign. I'm trying to see it detected the BCM, so we're gonna go through there and actually test and see what the BCM says, and then how's that thermal looking? Thermal's looking pretty good. Let me get this chip temperature down here. If I let's take something to block out the heat up there. One breathe on that chip. Okay. You are in a hot spot, so. Yeah, well, okay. So my real hot spot's 106 degrees. That's a little warm. Well, let's go into BCM. Let's check the vehicle profile. It does see the map system. So it does have to communicate with the engine control unit and all that stuff if you want to go into like the NAT system and the was it G37 or 35? I'm sorry. You could go into coding. Let's see what the coding is. Please write down coding data. So I'm going to actually see what the coding data is on this, and then it's still trying to communicate with transmission control. So it does with BCM, then transmission control. But all it's going to see is the BCM because that's all I have hooked up right now. Headlamp levelizer. It's not even going to initialize that because that's not even part of the system. So let's let it think for a second. Full wheel active steering. And it says control unit BCM. Let's see what the coding is. Back up the configuration data. Please select the ID of the drop down box. It's JK05B. Checking network. Okay, so manual coding. Let's see what it says. JK05B. That's what it has as the coding on it. So I'm not worried about anything else. Let's exit out of this. Could see what's under customizations and see what about there. Let's exit out of that. Go into the hot functions. Went into a mobilizer just to look, see if there's anything. It's trying to communicate, but it might not communicate because um, so you can confirm the key fob key, engine start by I key, horn key lock, confirm key ID on the BC. All these are like BCM functions. You might be able to see it there, but I bet a lot of those functions don't even actually do anything. As I noticed that with Alltel, they'll have the menu option there, and then when you go into it, there's nothing there to actually do or whatever. So I'm not going to mess with it. I just wanted to look around inside the BCM um, to see what's up with it. Okay, so with the BCM, we could do special functions. So much trouble codes. Fan communications and low voltage issue. Okay. So the fix that I did at the processor, that actually is working because I'm getting communications through and it's talking and it's seeing everything. And it says both of these were past issues. So let me go ahead and erase those. And read codes, see if anything came back immediately. Nothing came back immediately, so this is there. Let's look at the ECU information. So ECU part number is 284B2-JA000, software version 0740. I'll show you that. Get all that in there without the glare. The rest of my laptop. But that's the ECU part number and the software version. So this is back down here. So you can actually go through and check your door locks and activate stuff. Let's see if there's a test. Door lock. Door lock switch back. It's not airing out with any kind of a command. So let's see what's under the special settings. Change door lock and unlock settings. Door lock and unlock settings. Don't worry about that. Let's look at live data. Let's see anything much there. Let's keep backing out. BCM. Let's look at something else here. I'm guessing this runs rear defogger, frogger, buzzer, headlamps, wipers, flasher, AC, compressor switch, intelligent key. So under intelligent key, let's see if there's an active list there. It shows a bunch of stuff though. I'm making it close. Okay, so let's see if under special functions, go panic alarm. Let's exit out of that. And then auto scan. And the BCM. Well, I mean, I got good communications now, so I'm wondering if this will actually work with the ECU. Before you had issues where it wouldn't communicate and walking along the core. So I think I got a lot of the corrosion stuff off the board and cleaned up pretty good. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and I could test inputs and outputs, but that's a lot of different hookups and stuff that I need to do, and that's something that I can't really post up on video because it's a ton of stuff. You gotta go through a lot of stuff. You go through the scan tool, turn it on, turn it off. It takes a lot of time to actually do that kind of stuff. I've mainly just checked the output drivers with the curve tracer, see if the outputs look okay, and they do. So now it's just a matter of getting the customer to actually try out the module, hook it up, and see if it will work in the car. Um, that'd be the sure way test is he could be my guinea pig to let me know if anything's not working or not, and he can bring the ECU back to me. He's local, so he's not too far away. Makes it easier for me. So like if he's got some weird little issue or something not coming on or whatnot, he can come to me and um, he can really just say, hey, my wiper's not working, the headlights are not coming on, and then I can actually go through now that he can get the car to actually turn on. Um, he'll be able to kind of give me a rundown. I told him to give me a list of everything. So when the car comes up and is running, make sure everything works on it, blinkers, headlights, wipers, all the hazards, the radio comes on, the dash lights up, the ignition cluster, everything lights up, and everything's communicating and talking. And I want him to take a little scanner that he's got. He's got a little scanner, so I want him to actually hook up to it, see if it pulls any codes. That way he's got codes for me. And then once he kind of gathers all that information, he can tell me what's up, and I could go through and diagnose the surface a lot better and see what the heck is going on. But so far that looks like it's pretty good. It's not really above the heat temperature range that I would have a problem with. So I'm actually gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna pause the video for now. I gotta go in there and check on my son. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I got the BCM working, it's communicating again, I'm gonna move on over to the ECU that he gave me. He wanted me to kind of check everything out, so let's go ahead and unhook this. Power's off. Plugging my system, let it charge up here. Yeah. Get this out of the way. Let's go ahead and put this. I'm gonna put some coating over the top of this to keep corrosion from happening again. Just kind of overlook everything. If everything looks good before I close it up. Play the Forbes. One thing I do not understand. I know they're inside the vehicle, but they should at least give it some type of protection there. I'm just putting on some coating on right now, just to kind of protect all the fine little intricate things that can go wrong on this thing. Especially over the smaller traces, because a lot of the smaller traces, there's no way you could take care if they get corroded. They're so small. I repaired a few, but man, I tell you what, it was one of the hardest things that you could do. So you just put a little bit on there. I'm gonna wait to hear back from him to see if he's got any other issues, and I can get back in there and clean it up and do some more testing if I have to. If I have to do any more testing. So maybe this is the box here. Got it all put back together. Here's the part number that's on it for anybody that's curious. Yeah, getting it all put together. All right, set this to the side. Things from it. So I also have this outside the IPDM. I got that with the ECU. So we're actually gonna check it out today. So give me 1 second. That's my wife. We got this ECU hooked up now. You can see right there, that's the got it all hooked up. Got good CAN data on there. It's reading on the scan tool. Thermals look okay on it. not too worried about that one. So we're probably just gonna wrap this one up. Pull the information off of the ECU. Just some of the information off of it. Look at, of course, nothing's plugged in, so it's gonna throw a whole bunch of trouble codes. So yeah, it's just gonna throw a bunch still. All right. There's a K line that's supposed to be hooked up, but I don't have it hooked up. So let's just look at the live data. Just all signals. You see all the signals on there. 5 volts looking good. Low voltage. Looks like I'm getting all the signal off this. So I'm not too worried about the ECU. ECU look clean. So I'm thinking that all that's okay. So I can just go ahead and exit out of this. There are some special functions that you can do. I ain't worried about that. So the ECU. Yes. That was the model. And the VIN. Just exit out of that. BCM fixed. And I got some more ECUs to actually work on, but this one tests out good, so I'm just gonna try, I'm not even gonna test the inputs and outputs on it, because I was like trying to figure out why it wouldn't start. So ECU's fine. I'm not seeing any problem with it. Uh, I had a problem with body body control mostly because it didn't have any communication. So don't have communication, you're not gonna be able to crank. So I'm gonna try this out, see what it does, and go from there. See you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe.